The Champion Showdown is going to start today. It's the biggest, most awaited chess event at the moment, and you do not want to miss it. Why is that so? Well, it is going to witness the clash of two chess giants, two dominant chess players of their time. Garry Kasparov, former world champion, and Magnus Carlsen, the current world champion. Both of them destroyed their rivals, destroyed their opponents, and absolutely dominated the chess scene. So, I shall be making videos on the clashes, especially the Kasparov-Carlsen clash. So stay tuned for that and subscribe if you haven't already. And let's get started. So a while ago, Magnus Carlsen, the world champion, tweeted this position on his Twitter handle, writing more preparation. So basically, in his preparation, he included and solved this problem like position, and something about it attracted him. So it's white to play and win. And I really want you to go ahead, give yourself a lot of time and try to find the solution. Basically, there are two moves in this position. White can either play rook to e4 or rook takes on e3, and only one of it is winning. The reason this problem is special is because the difference is so subtle and you need a huge depth of analysis and calculation to find the difference. So pause the video and try to find the solution. Alright, so hope you have come up with a solution and understood the difference. White here plays rook to e4, and this is there's a big difference between rook e4 and rook e3. So first things first, rook on the fourth rank controls the fourth rank, takes control of the b4 square, so the king is not going to play king b4, and it won't be supporting the pawn on a3, pardon me. So the threat is to play rook a4 and pick up the a3 pawn, which is black's only hope in this problem. And so black defends that with king to b5. So now rook a4 is not possible, and this is where we play c4. What's the idea behind this? Well, the whole concept of this problem is our rook is going to sacrifice itself and our c pawn will be the hero. If you see, if the rook was on e3, we could not have played c4 because c4 would have definitely it would have just been captured, and that's why rook on e4 not just controls the fourth rank but also supports c4, and that's why this is the difference between the two variations. Now, doesn't matter where the king goes, king b4 or king to a4, it's both the same, and that's why let's see what happens if king a4. We have c5, that's a check. The black king again has two options. Going to b5 is no better because we're going to pick up the a3 pawn followed by king d3, and the rook will go down. This is very similar to the main variation, so I won't go in depth. So king to b3, very logical, supporting the pawn on a3 and preparing it to push. We're going to pick up the pawn on e3, that's a check. King to b2, king to d3, making way for the rook to go down. Now a2. Now if you directly go on e1, he'll promote and he'll capture your rook. Best is just to give a check before that. King to b1. Again, black is threatening to promote the pawn, so we are going to play rook to e1, king to b2, and this is where the point of the whole problem is revealed. White is going to play rook to a1, physically stopping the pawn from advancing, and black is running out of moves here. He can at best try to play a4, a3, but again then he'll have to at the end capture the rook. So basically he has nothing better than to take the rook, and white plays king to c2. The king on a1 is trapped, it cannot come out, and it's basically kind of a Zugzwang. So a4, king c1, we just wait, a3, king c2, d5, and we have given the option of doing pawn and passant, but we should not do that as it will be a stalemate. So we keep going, c6, d4, c7, d3 check. We're going to take that, give the black king some air to breathe, let him come out, and after c8 queen, a1 queen, we have queen to c2 checkmate. So it took basically 16 moves of calculation to find this. And this is the kind of calculation, depth of calculation and preparation that Magnus Carlsen is doing. You know, he solves problems which take about 20 moves, 15 moves of calculation, very subtle calculation. That's the reason he's such a brilliant endgame player. So hope you have enjoyed this Chess Problem. Thank you for watching and do subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye.